Hey guys, this is Danny from Discover the Magic, and we're back again at Disneyland Resort for another weekly update for you guys. Starting off this time at the Pixar Pals Parking Structure, we wanted to point out some electric vehicle parking, which hasn't really been highlighted for the Pixar Pals Parking Structure, but it is available. Disneyland Resort did add additional spots to parking for guests with plug-in vehicles. You can find them on the cars level, which is the third level on the Pixar Pals Parking Structure. All you have to do is ask the cast member when you first arrive for vehicle parking spots that do have the electric vehicle plug-in areas, and they'll tag your vehicle and cast members will direct you. So those are available if you do use those. But now let's head on over to the Pedestrian Bridge. So Pedestrian Bridge set to open, I think around September is what they said. They've had a little changes there. They, of course, added a roofing to that bridge. And also, they've worked really hard on the new pathway that's going to connect that bridge to the rest of downtown Disney. And you can see here, right from the Pixar Palace parking structure, as we zoom in, you can see right into the new pathway they're building. Kind of winds down from the bridge through the former downtown Disney parking lot, right into downtown Disney District. Now, we're not sure if this area is going to be kind of merged with the security checkpoint from the other one. But this, or if you get checked in the parking structure first, but this is kind of a look here from the structure, and then there's a look over there to the former downtown Disney parking lot as the bridge kind of crosses over in that area. And that parking lot now is closed. There is no more guest parking in the current former downtown Disney parking lot. It is closed to the public and only open for cast members. And this is the connection from the second level, the Coco level of the Pixar Palace parking structure, where you will walk onto the bridge. Sign there saying coming soon. And then if you walk kind of alongside of it, you can see how it would just go right from the parking structure. You're going to head across to downtown Disney on that pathway and never once having to cross the street, which is great. Guests can be out of the street and safely go back and forth. It'll make it really convenient. Now here's a look at some of the construction that's just outside both parking structures. This used to be the area where you would walk through to downtown Disney during the construction of Pixar Pals, but now that that's closed, you can see they're adding a lot more greenery. This is probably where they're going to have people queue up and also exit the trams when lines get long, or it's just kind of a large open area that's common area between the two parking structures, so we can guess more planters and probably some more pavers and bricks being placed in there. And this is some additional construction headed on the side of the old Mickey and Friends parking structure. This looks like they might be adding another elevator shaft, which is great because that area definitely needs it. It's always impacted, and Pixar Palace has definitely benefited from having an extra set of elevators. All right, but let's go ahead and head on down for a closer look at the Pixar Pals Pedestrian Bridge that's going to connect everything to the downtown Disney District, some of the street side here. So as you can see, as we look now from underneath the bridge, you can see the pathway kind of winding down away from the bridge into the former downtown Disney parking lot. There's also, if you look to your left there, the sidewalk that connects from the lower level. So it might be an area where you can also walk in from this side on Magic Way if you were happening to be on the street to walk through that same pathway. So not sure if maybe that's a restricted area or what, but that is a pathway being built. And here's a look at the former downtown Disney parking lot, which now is only being utilized by Disneyland Hotel cast members. It is closed to the public. Guests are now parking in the Simba parking lot, which is adjacent to the Paradise Pier Hotel. We wanted to head over to Sprinkles Cupcakes in downtown Disney. They added actually 2 new summer flavors, this one being the watermelon mojito, and this one being the caramel chocolate chip. 2 new flavors for you guys to try out. We thought we'd check them out, see what they're all about. Some cross sections for you there. The mojito cupcake actually has rum in the frosting, and the chocolate caramel chip one actually tasted a lot like cookie dough. They were both really good. Definitely recommend those. But now let's head over to Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, and of course they had their grand opening this week for the Craftsman Bar and soon to be renamed Whitewater Snacks into the Craftsman Grill. The Craftsman Bar is located just adjacent to the pool, right off of Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa main pool, of course. This area used to be underutilized. It was just a planter, really, that separated the pool area from, like, kind of guest areas outside. But now it's utilized in an excellent way with an open bar open to the pool. You can see the left side of it here still closed off as they do a little bit of last minute work on the left side of the bar. This is just right outside Whitewater Snacks, which, by the way, Whitewater Snacks has lost all of its signage, or at least the major ones. They still haven't changed the name to Craftsman's Grill yet, but that is coming soon. And over there also, during this construction, the Mandara Spa closed. The Mandara Spa was a third-party spa not owned by Disney. Their contract was up. Some are saying that we might get Senses, which is Disney's own version of the spa, which is all over Walt Disney World Resort and on Disney Cruise Line. So that might be something that we might see at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa as well too. And here's some of the signage for the Craftsman Bar. So lunch and dinner is available from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Craftsman's Grill, which is the former Whitewater Snacks, is open from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. So breakfast is still available, and lunch and dinner as well too. And that area actually also is now behind a pool gate. So this is open. They don't have to have a guest key to get into that area, but they are checking wristbands if you're going into the pool area. Now, as we head over to Disney California Adventure Park, here's a look at some of the Marvel land construction. So you can see they got scrims up now around the buildings of the Spider-Man attraction. So probably facade work will be beginning on this area. And also, you can see here there's the stunt rig, as well as some of the back buildings that are going to play into, like the gift shop, as well as the microbrewery. There are some rumors that stunt rigging there is going to be used for a show for guests, including those Stuntronics that Disney previewed to us earlier this last year, with those robotics that could do acrobats and used during shows. So that's potentially something that might be coming here. Now let's head over to Galaxy's Edge. Actually, we should head over to Docking Bay 7. So one of the things from Docking Bay 7 that kind of released this last week, if people that were keen to catch it, is actually the Bright Sun's breakfast in the morning is actually going to be scaled back now. So they're no longer going to be offered every day. It's going to be just Friday, Saturday, and Sundays only, and it's only until 10 a.m. So this may be the first sign of this breakfast completely disappearing, but if you haven't tried it yet, you're definitely going to want to head over to Docking Bay 7 to try that breakfast. It's actually pretty good. There are a couple good options, but that will be going to weekends only, and potentially, who knows, maybe in the future, it'll be a thing of the past and no longer available. This usually is how this kind of goes when it comes to breakfast at different locations. So it's kind of sad because there's not a lot of breakfast offerings at Disneyland, but go definitely check that out if you can. And then, of course, the big news this week, Disney did announce the opening dates finally for Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is going to be opening at the Disneyland Resort on January 17th, 2020, and at the Walt Disney World Resort on December 5th, 2019. So it does open at Walt Disney World first. Those guests will be able to experience it before us here at the Disneyland Resort. However, we are just excited to have an opening date for these attractions on the books, as this has been the most anticipated attraction in Disney Parks history, and Disney is touting it as their most ambitious project to date. So there's definitely a lot of hype around this, and we are excited to experience this one, and a lot of other people are as well. Have you guys been waiting for this one? Was this the one? Let us know down below in the comments how excited you are to experience this. And that about wraps it up for our update this week at the Disneyland Resort. But stay tuned for next week, another update coming your way, as well as from other theme parks. But there's all of our social media info. Follow us if you can, if you haven't already. Subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you real soon.